Your voice can stop the pain. Your voice can stop the hurting.
They taught us to have a voice in the first place. And they were the ones that say that your views are important because they can impact people.
Our voice can stop the injustice, the unlawfulness, and the unconstitutional ways.
If you can articulate yourself the right way and present yourself the right way, you can affect change in the world.
Speaking out is the first step you should take into doing action.
I got to see how democracy really works, and it works by spreading the word. You got to get out there.
Campaigned with legions of other Mikva kids, knocking on doors in 4 states, starting in New Hampshire.
I did phone banking, I did canvassing, and I actually met Obama in Concord, New Hampshire at a rally at the high school.
If you want to see a change, just please speak up. Thank you.
For however long Mikva Challenge has been around, the first question we ask young people is, what do you care about? What's the issue that you're passionate about? And then getting up and speaking about that and finding their authentic political voice.
I was always opinionated and outspoken, but the Mikva Challenge gave me a venue to channel that energy. It's extremely liberating and empowering.
I started off as a quieter kid, someone who was not willing to always speak up, and I think over those 4 years, Mikva allowed me to really develop in terms of speaking and in terms of really advocating for the positions that I feel strongly about.
I don't know where I'd be without Mikva. I got so much better and so much confidence in who I am and what I stand for and what I fight for.
Once young people we feel are agitated and have found their voice, then we ask them to take action. Okay, now you care, what are you going to do about it?
Dear Mayor, the issue that I think you should talk about in the first 100 days of office is homophobia.
I would like you to address the issue of education and violence in schools.
I basically want you, the new mayor, to actually find a new way to fund schools.
So you get to speak in public, you get to research issues, you get to lobby decision makers, you get to work on campaigns, you get to work as a group to try and affect change.
I was able to work for 2 large campaigns here in the city of Chicago, and Mikva was integral in that because I would have never gotten involved with politics, I would have never worked for these individuals without that support for Mikva to have that voice and to feel like my actions were important to the people around me.
I actually got to see how a campaign works. Knocking on doors, passing out flyers, soliciting strangers, and it was a huge rush of adrenaline and just passion about what was going on there to be a part of that.
Just by being a volunteer, you can change where a campaign goes. There's power in numbers, and a single voice calling somebody that might be on the fence can change a campaign completely.
I get excited. I get this sense of accomplishment because I'm able to act on something and hold these politicians accountable and let them know that we're watching.
The beauty about finding your political voice, it also gives you a community purpose in life. And so we find that young people not only become civically engaged, but they also become more confident in their own selves and their own identity. So when you go through a Mikva program, you're going to get to practice all of those leadership skills. And you won't end up being a perfect leader, but you're going to grow a tremendous amount by the time you're done with us.
The leadership values just are so deeply ingrained, like they're second nature at this point. And that's because of Mikva.
I took Mikva to really get me to develop my own public speaking and my own desire to really affect change. I know that on a personal level, my career trajectory and who I've become was strongly influenced by this program.